now, we want to get to Karen Brinson-Bells, Executive Director of the State Board of Elections. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, Karen. Right now, all eyes on North Carolina this morning. Really crucial in this election. How far are we along with counting those votes?
We're having a little bit of difficulty hearing, but I think you had asked me about how we counted those votes and where we stand right now. So last night, we reported all the votes that had been cast absentee by mail, and then during the one-stop early voting period, which was pretty close to 4.6 million ballots. And then as the polling places closed last night, those results were read in for our Election Day results. As we head into the canvass period, the county boards will reopen this morning, and they'll begin the audit processes that were just talked about in the report. And we'll also be looking at our provisional ballots that may have been cast, as well as any absentee ballots that were properly postmarked yesterday and received by November the 12th.
Now, those absentee ballots, because we've heard, elected officials say those could take up to 9 days to count. Do you anticipate that happening? We also heard President Trump say, he doesn't want ballots to be found and those to be counted. So do you think any of those scenarios could play out in this?
Well, we have about 117,000 ballots that where individuals made a request for an absentee ballot, but as we headed into last night, they had not returned that absentee ballot that we knew of. So we'll be looking for those as either postmarked, or we may find that when we do a cross-check that those individuals did go and vote in person. It's going to be interesting to see how this unfolds. We have had the requirement in our law that if properly postmarked, we could accept those after Election Day. The only difference is that it was extended from 3 days to 9 days after the election. Provisional ballots are also something that's been in place. The county boards will research and see why someone wasn't properly in the poll book, and so that we can cast or count that ballot. The other part that we'll be looking at with provisionals is whether or not someone went to their wrong precinct polling place for Election Day, since you are supposed to vote in your precinct polling place. So we'll be researching those as well.
So in your opinion, do you think that this could take days until they can call North Carolina?
The procedure in North Carolina is long-standing. We do what's called a 10-day canvass period. So last night, we stressed very much with everyone that election night results are always unofficial, and we make those official through the canvass period, where we do audits, where we do reconciliations, to make sure that every vote counts and that we can count, and that the integrity of the election is upheld. The county board members, they are 5-member boards, bipartisan board members. They will canvass on November the 13th. That's our 10-day mark at the county level, and then the state board certifies on November the 24th. So that's where we are.
All right, Karen, thank you so much for your time.